Ashdeep Khadial, what do you think is going on? You're in the Congress now. When the Congress was in power, we didn't really see the spectre of Khalistani, even though you guys were in part responsible for the Bhindranwale phenomena in the manner in which your leaders at the time helped him grow, but that's now in the past. Why do you think the Punjab Police and the investigative agencies haven't been able to hunt this guy down?
One, it's not Arshpreet, it's Arshpreet, Rahul. Second, I'd beg to differ on the part that we were responsible for what you mentioned. There was no responsibility at all whatsoever of the Congress party. However, coming to the main issue, there's a question that has not been answered by the state government and by the center government. Kindly do not interrupt. The state government and the center government both have not been able to answer this one very important question. Why did you wait for 3 long weeks when the Janala incident had taken place, when 6 police personnel got injured, including an SP? What were you waiting for to initiate an action? If a little theft happens, you know, in minutes arrest happens. In a minute they would put the person behind the lockup. And what were they waiting for in this very case? Number 2, it's been more than 14 days since they initiated raid. Now the problem here is that, you know, they suspended the internet. They imposed section 144 also. Security was also beefed up. Checking was also beefed up. The manhunt is also on. Despite that, they have not been able to arrest the person. Now, there's one very simple reason behind that. A lack of political will on the part of Aam Aadmi Party and on the part of the Bharatiya Janata Party. They were just waiting for it. And number 3, the Honorable High Court has categorically said that it's a massive intelligence failure. Despite 80,000 police personnel being in Punjab, how could he escape the clause? And number 4, you know, there have been 2 videos lately that have come. There have been photos, CCTV videos, audios coming out. Where is the intel? Why have they not been able to trace Amritpal? What else is required for intelligence? This is more than sufficient material. And last point. Punjab being a border state, sensitive state, requires a very responsible government. This is not the first incident that has happened vis-a-vis law and order. There was a Janala issue before this, Amritpal issue, Patiala clash, Sidhu Moosewala's murder, Kabaddi players murder, Shiv Sena leaders murder, you know, industries quitting Punjab because of unsafe, unsecure environment, then drugs issues, NDPS-related crime, abduction, criminal intimidation, many more issues. Ever since this government of Aam Aadmi Party has come to Punjab, Punjab's law and order has been in shambles.
Okay, so Harmeet, do you want to quickly remind Arshpreet and our viewers about the role the Congress played in the rise of Bhindranwale? It's not relevant to this discussion, but since he says they had no role, just very quickly encapsulate the role his party and his leaders played. It's important to know that.
Yes, I think, I mean, they can read the history books. It's there in the books of Maktali, in the books of Joga Singh that he wrote, that Congress did play a role. In fact, the story that we just did today and it ran on our air, it says that, and we quoted those books, that he was called Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale before he, you know, became what he became. So Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale was handpicked by Sanjay Gandhi, was handpicked by Gyani Zail Singh.
Is there any evidence to that? Is there any cogent evidence to suggest that happened?
Sir, I would suggest you read the book of Maktali. It's clearly mentioned there, and there is a reference to Indira Gandhi's own interview in that book.
It's not an evidence.
No, now you can reject it.
I could also say, please read a book. There are many more things suggested against many governments, BJP government.
So historians are wrong.
Would you buy that?
No. I mean, Maktali is not someone random out on the street who would write a book.
No, see, the problem is that all politicians are in denial, just in the manner in which Arshpreet is denying the role of the Congress in the rise of Bhindranwale, which for anybody who studied anything about Punjab is just a contemporary fact of history. This is not a charge that's being leveled, it's a fact of history which was later ruled by the Congress party, and India and the Sikh people paid with blood for the consequences of those mistakes.
See, the fact of the matter
just one second, Harinder Singh Sikka, at this moment as well, politicians seem to be in denial about their role in acting swiftly against Amritpal. The fact that he could have been picked up weeks before this hunt began, when he was just floating around doing processions, he could have been picked up very easily at that time. Nobody showed any determination, and now he's making everyone look completely inept.
Rahul, I'll just take 1 minute before this gentleman from the Congress. I have to make this point clear to him. Harmandir Sahib was flooded with machine guns and rocket launchers and missile launchers. You think that all this went inside in Harmandir Sahib without the knowledge of the government? Point number 2. Captain Amritpal Singh, his girlfriend was directly related to ISI, living inside the highest office and the residence of the Chief Minister. We were cocking a snook at us. No problems. What are they talking? They're talking out of their hat because the Khalistani word was coined by them and it has now come to haunt us. That's one point. Second thing, we must tell the masses, the public, that people are beginning to revolt against Khalistanis. The parents are beginning to revolt because they do not want the Khalistanis pictures donning the frameworks or the walls in gurdwaras where they go and pray, and not want to see guns hanging and goons shouting, you know, Khalistan and this so and so forth. Point number 3, it is not difficult to catch these people. There's one very wonderful step that BJP or Modi government has taken. Whoever has raised the flag of Khalistani overseas, their visas or passports have been cancelled. This message has gone down the line. When I was interviewing people, talking to people in Punjab, even kids were aware that there are consequences to this, so they are becoming aware. But this awareness is not good enough yet. This has to go out. Like viral fever, it has to spread out amongst all. That Sikhs will not tolerate this nonsense.